أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فأين تذهبون إن هو إلا ذكر للعالمين لمن شاء منكم أن يستقيم صدق الله العلي العظيم. Lecture number 2 for 9th class, circulatory system, human circulatory system, and we will discuss structure of heart, blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries, and how they transmit the blood and blood cells. We will also discuss. First of all, I start from the structure of the heart. There are 4 chambers in the heart, and if I start from here, there are 4 chambers in the heart. Look here, I will label so that you are able to understand. This is the right atrium, this is the left atrium, this is the right ventricle, and this is the left ventricle. Right ventricle pump the blood to the lungs by pulmonary artery only artery which carries deoxygenated blood. All arteries carry oxygenated blood, and this left ventricle pumps the blood by aorta to all parts of the body. Similarly, the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava collect the blood, and they enters the blood into the right atrium, and right atrium to right ventricle. Here the tricuspid valve present between them, which prevent backward flow of the blood so that all blood goes to the lungs. Similarly, between the left atrium and the left ventricle, there is a valve. You can see this is the bicuspid valve, having 2 flaps of connective tissue so that blood prevention. Where are the valves are present, the function is only one: to prevent backward flow of the blood. So blood should not go back to the left atrium, it must go to aorta to supply the blood to all parts of the body. And most important thing is the membrane of the heart is the pericardium. It is a double membrane, and it is surrounded between the 2 membrane. Fluid is present. The fluid is pericardial fluid. It protects the heart, and mechanical injury is protected. That is the protective system of the heart. We talk about pulmonary and systemic circulation. The aorta supplies the blood to all parts of the body, all parts of the body, and that circulation is pulmonary. That circulation is systemic circulation, mean that all arteries of the body carrying the blood, oxygenated blood, and they are moving to all parts of the body. And the pulmonary circulation is that the right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs for the oxygenation, and then go back to the left atrium, oxygenated blood by pulmonary vein. This circulation, which is smaller than systemic circulation, called pulmonary circulation. And now I would like to talk about the blood groups I discussed in the class. I did not think I discussed the blood groups in your class. Okay, I tell you. Yeah, I discussed, I think. Little bit I discussed. Antigen A is the main thing. When antigen A present, blood group is A. Antigen B present, blood group is B. And antigen, I would like to tell you, first of all, this is the another thing. This is the recipient. I will tell you later on. I want to tell this graph first of all. This is the basically blood group identification. Antigen A, blood group A, this is very easy. And then antigen B present, blood group B present. Antigen AB present, blood group AB present. Similarly, we go to antigen AB not present, blood group is O. So it means antigen. What is antigen? It is the protein, and it is attached with the red blood cell. You must hear the first year lecture also. I explained the blood groups in detail in that lectures, but because I will explain in your class according to your syllabus. Okay. Antibodies, these are the also protein. Antigens also protein. These are the 2 protein. One antigen, one is the protein. Antigen, one is the protein. Antibody present in serum. What is the serum? It's the liquid part of the blood is called plasma, and when you will minus the fibrinogen, which is a blood clotting protein, plasma minus fibrinogen equal to serum. So actually it occurs in liquid part of the blood antibody. Antigen occurs in the red blood cell, where at the cell membrane of red blood cell, at the membrane of the red blood cell, and at the membrane of red blood cell is also called erythrocyte. Okay, antibodies are opposite to antigen A. It's very simple. Opposite behavior of antibody in reference to antigen A. You see how I will make the blood groups. Antibody B, what are antibody? It protect us against bacteria, significant part of immunity system. Antibody B present, antibody B present, blood group A opposite, simple, very easy. Antibody A present, blood group B, very simple, just opposite process. And see what I will talk here. Antibody not present, blood group AB, very good, opposite. Antibody AB present, blood group O, which is opposite. So mean how you will remember? You will remember by antigen, because that is directly related with the blood group. Antigen A, blood group A, so that you will memorize little easier one. Now I go back to the blood vessels. What are the blood vessels? Arteries, veins, and the capillaries. These are the blood vessels. Arteries are quite thicker. You see three layers of the arteries. One is outer layer. There is a name I am not naming, I am not naming. Tunica externa is the outer layer, and inner layer is tunica media, tunica interna, and middle layer is more thick in artery. Reason is that because arteries bear the blood pressure, and that is coming from that arteries are carrying the blood from the left ventricle, which is most powerful pump of the heart, because it consists of maximum muscles of the cardiac. Muscles of the heart is called cardiac muscle, and cardiac muscles are more in the left ventricle, and left ventricle pump the blood to all parts of the body. So what will happen? The middle layer have more muscles, mean smooth muscles, and elastin protein also present. So elastic muscles present, endothelium layer present in the inner layer. That's why artery is able to bear more blood pressure. As far as the capillary is present, several times I told you arteries goes to arterioles goes to capillaries, the capillaries goes to venules goes to veins goes to vena cava goes to right atrium. We discuss a lot these flowing sequence of blood vessel, but here I will tell you capillaries are smallest blood vessels, and these are the blood vessels which has small pores through which blood, food particles and oxygen come out. So these are only blood vessels by which the passengers can come out from the blood vessels and they go into the cells. So exchange of material take place by the capillaries, and once again the pressure increase due to valves, because the veins, of course the blood pressure almost nil in capillary, but it is created once again in the veins due to valves which are present. So there are two significant differences between veins and capillaries. Veins consist of the valves, and veins middle layer almost same but thin than artery, because maximum pressure is not present, because veins are not coming directly from the heart, it is pumping, it is carrying the blood against the force of the gravity towards the heart. So these are the some details. And heart attack, coronary artery which supplies the blood to all parts of the body, coronary artery which supplies the blood to the heart. When coronary artery will be blocked, coronary artery will supply the blood towards the heart. So when coronary artery will be blocked by the clot, and clot normally called thrombus, so this is called heart attack, also called myocardial infarction due to cholesterol submission, due to some other reasons also. This is a systemic circulation. Look here, dorsal aorta carrying the blood from the left ventricle and bringing the blood to all parts of the body, hepatic artery moving towards the liver, renal artery going towards the kidney, mesenteric artery going to the stomach, femoral artery moving towards the legs, and almost pulmonary artery, you know, that is going towards the lungs, and similarly subclavian artery moving towards the limbs. So these are the some arteries which you are watching and I am naming. Some other arteries, if you want me to know, I will record once again. Reason because now I am speaking according to your syllabus. But some more veins I will supply. I will tell you. Hepatic portal vein. Students, this is important. Hepatic portal vein move towards liver. So I will draw figure. Digestive system and then liver. From digestive system vein move hepatic portal vein, goes from digestive system to liver, and then it goes to inferior vena cava, by hepatic vein. So inferior vena cava collect the blood from the posterior part, superior vena cava collect the blood from the upper part, anterior part, and it goes into the right atrium. Hepatic vein collect the blood from the liver. That was little technical. I told you celiac vein goes to also digestive system. Renal vein also collect the blood from the kidney. So arteries are supplying the blood and veins are collecting the blood. So these are the little difference. Now red blood cells are called erythrocytes. I would like to tell you arterial system, this different arteries of the body which is supplying the oxygenated blood, that is the arterial system. So these are the myocardial infarction in which coronary artery is blocking, and coronary artery technically clot is there and blood supplying is stopped, and that is heart attack, which is more common, and you are listening at this word again and again. Atherosclerosis is a disease in which arteries become thick, and that is the reason that is a major reason of heart attack. Plaque or thrombus, which are composed of cholesterol and lipid particle, they deposit and they harden the arteries, and arteries are unable to bear the blood pressure, and that's why that create the myocardial infarction, which is also called heart attack. Myocardial infarction is also called heart attack. Cells which are present in the blood are red blood cells, white blood cells. Red blood cells are erythrocytes, and red blood cells consist of a pigment called hemoglobin, and hemoglobin transfer the oxygen to all parts of the body. This is very important. The systole, diastole. When the atria contract, these are the atria, these are the ventricles. When the atria contract, this is called atrial systole. When the ventricles contract, this is called ventricular systole. When the atria relax, this is called atrial diastole. When the ventricle relax, this is called ventricular diastole. This is called cardiac cycle also, because heartbeat you feel, this is just atrial systole and the ventricular systole. Atrial systole means atria contract, which is 0.1 second, because the blood flows from atria to the ventricle. Blood flows from atria to the ventricle, and then the ventricles contract, and then that is 0.3 seconds. Then the heart relax for some time, because that is too much work to pump the blood to atria, to ventricle, and from ventricle to the lungs and to all parts of the body, especially left ventricle. This all cycle is 0.8 seconds you are watching, and that is called cardiac cycle. White blood cells are called, this is the circulation I just told you, and we are discussing lot of time this circulation, that if from where the blood flows in the vessels, how the blood flow. Rh factor is the antigen. This is very important. Rh factor, antigen. This is another antigen. So Rh factor present. This is Rh factor present. Blood group is plus. Rh factor not present, the blood group is minus. So mean the blood group is based upon three antigen. One is three antigen. One is upon AB antigen. One is about AB antigen, A or B, AB antigen, and third one is Rh antigen. So AB antigen and Rh antigen will constitute the blood group. AB antigen present, AB blood group. Rh antigen present, blood group plus. Okay. Now I make, for example, antigen A present, Rh present, A plus. Antigen B present, Rh not present, B negative. Antigen A B present, Rh also present, AB plus. So Rh not present, blood group positivity, negativity of the blood is controlled by Rh factor, which is also antigen. And we cannot give the different blood group because agglutination occur, clumping of the cells occur, hemolytic reaction occur, and we cannot give semilunar valve present in pulmonary artery and aorta. It is doing the same function as the bicuspid and the tricuspid valve in the heart, and valves wherever they are present, they are just preventing the backward flow of the blood. And most important is that white blood cell, yes, they are significant parts of immunity system, especially lymphocyte B, lymphocyte T. And red blood cells is without nucleus, and they consist of maximum hemoglobin. They are called erythrocyte. White blood cells are called leukocyte, and main cell white blood cell lymphocyte B and T, they prevent against bacteria, and they prevent against diseases, against coronavirus as well. And platelets, they clot the blood. When blood is coming out from your body due to injury, the blood will coming out, otherwise it will not stop. If clotting will not occur, clotting do not take place, that is the cancer, because that is a cancer type disease, because blood will leak out from your body, so you will not remain alive. So platelets, thrombocytes, platelets also called thrombocytes, they help in clotting along with the two protein which I discussed in digestive system, fibrinogen and prothrombin, which were produced in the liver. So ninth class, this was the lecture about circulatory system. Thank you.